I'm like super interested in this hash rate migration, but that's obviously good for me because I work for a North American mining pool, so that's why it's biased. But um, I mean, that to me is just like this is a seismic event, right? Like this is going to be one of those things that in 5 years people talk about. It's like, oh, you think this like FUD is bad, like you know. Like back in my day, like half the hash rate got cut off and it had to go somewhere else, like halfway across the fucking world. But so that's the thing that I'm most honed in on right now because it's going to be a huge logistical problem for these miners to find a way to get their machines over here and also find like warehouse space to host them and cheap power to make it worth it. And it's a race against the clock because the longer they wait, the more they're losing money. In terms of in terms of macro things, I think that's just the most important thing right now. It's just like if we execute well on this migration, then it's going to be just so good for the network. It's going to be like it's going to be like a controlled burn, really, or not even that because this is more of a forest fire. But but in terms of general developments on Bitcoin, Lightning is going to get a lot better with Taproot, and it's also going to get a lot better with some other soft forks we have in the works, like BIP 119 and BIP 118. So in terms of protocol development, that's what I'm most excited about because that's just going to make so many things like Lightning and multi-sig and DLCs manageable and deployable, and we're going to start seeing hosts of financial applications on the Bitcoin stack that we just haven't been able to access yet. So yeah, I mean, I think like really we're at an inflection point right now, and I just think that it's incredible to see all of these pieces coming together. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day actually, like no one in my circle, no, like even the people who own Bitcoin, like they don't know what Bitrefill is, like just like my normie friends or like my friends who just like aren't connected to the industry. It's like, but like companies like Bitrefill are absolutely changing the game in terms of how this technology is used and how it's adopted. And there are just so many companies that are just working so hard to fill their niches. And yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like one of the things I'm actually really stoked about is seeing. I think as especially as Lightning improves and as services like Bitrefill and Strike improve, like more people are going to start living on Bitcoin by choice in places where they have perfect access to banking infrastructure.